You might think ancient spiritual wisdom is just old stories and outdated ideas. But what if I told you it holds the key to unlocking a happier, more peaceful life? These age-old teachings aren't dusty relics. They're powerful tools that can totally change how you see yourself and the world around you. Here's the thing. In our fast-paced, technology-driven world, we've lost touch with some really important truths that people have known for thousands of years. And that disconnect? It's costing us big time. And think about it. How many people do you know who are stressed out, anxious, or just feeling lost? Maybe you feel that way sometimes too. We're all searching for something: happiness, meaning, a sense of purpose. But we're looking in all the wrong places. If we keep ignoring this ancient wisdom, we risk missing out on some amazing things. Inner peace that doesn't depend on what's happening around us. A deep understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. The kind of happiness that lasts, not just quick fixes that fade away. Many of us are stuck in a cycle. We chase after things we think will make us happy. More money, a better job, the perfect relationship. But even when we get those things, that feeling of something's missing doesn't go away. That's because we've forgotten some really important teachings about what truly matters in life. So what exactly is this ancient spiritual wisdom? It's the collected knowledge and practices of people who've spent their lives exploring the deepest questions of existence. These aren't just random ideas. They're insights that have been tested and refined over centuries. Every culture has its own version of this wisdom. In India, you have the teachings of yoga and Vedanta. China gave us Taoism and the idea of living in harmony with nature. Native American traditions teach us about the interconnectedness of all life. And that's just scratching the surface. Now you might be wondering, that's nice and all, but how does this help me today? The amazing thing is, these ancient teachings deal with the exact same problems we face now. How to find peace in a chaotic world, how to deal with difficult emotions, how to live a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling. The power of being present. Ancient wisdom teaches us to focus on the here and now instead of constantly worrying about the future or regretting the past. This is basically what we now call mindfulness, and it's been shown to reduce stress and increase happiness. Everything is connected. Many ancient traditions talk about how all things in the universe are interconnected. This idea can help us feel less alone and more responsible for the world around us. The importance of balance. Whether it's the Taoist concept of yin and yang or the Buddhist middle way, ancient wisdom often emphasizes finding balance in life. This can help us avoid burnout and live more harmoniously. These ideas might sound simple, but they have the power to completely change how we see the world and live our lives. You might be thinking, okay, but why do we need this old wisdom now? Haven't we moved past all that? The truth is, we need it now more than ever. Look around, we're more connected than ever through technology, but many people feel more alone than ever before. We have access to more information than any generation in history, but we're struggling to find real meaning and purpose. We can instantly communicate with people on the other side of the world, but we've lost touch with our own inner selves. Ancient wisdom gives us a way to reconnect with ourselves, with others, and with the world around us. It provides a sense of grounding in a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable. But it's not just about feeling good. This wisdom can have real practical benefits in our daily lives. Reduce stress and anxiety. Many ancient practices like meditation and mindful breathing are incredibly effective at calming our minds and bodies. Better relationships. Teachings about compassion and interconnectedness can help us relate to others with more understanding and kindness. Increased resilience. Ancient wisdom often emphasizes accepting change and impermanence, which can help us bounce back from setbacks more easily. Greater sense of purpose. By exploring deep questions about life and our place in the universe, we can find a sense of meaning that goes beyond just our day-to-day concerns. Improved physical health. Many ancient practices like yoga or Tai Chi are great for our bodies as well as our minds. The best part? You don't need to become a monk or completely change your lifestyle to benefit from this wisdom. Even small changes like taking a few minutes each day for mindful breathing or trying to be more present in your daily activities can make a big difference. Now, I'm not saying we should reject modern life and go live in caves. The goal isn't to turn back the clock. It's to take the best of ancient wisdom and apply it to our modern lives. In fact, many of these ancient ideas are being confirmed by modern science. Researchers are finding that practices like meditation can actually change our brains in positive ways. The idea of interconnectedness is supported by ecology and physics, and the importance of being present is backed up by psychological studies on happiness and well-being. By combining ancient wisdom with modern knowledge, we can create a more balanced, fulfilling way of living. We can use technology and enjoy modern comforts while also staying connected to deeper truths about ourselves and the world. Think of it like this. Ancient wisdom gives us the roots, the foundation. Our modern knowledge and tools are like the branches and leaves. We need both to grow and thrive. Here's the exciting part. Exploring this ancient wisdom isn't just about learning facts or following rules. It's a journey of self-discovery. As you delve into these teachings and try out different practices, you'll learn things about yourself you never knew before. You might discover inner strength you didn't know you had. You could find new ways of looking at old problems. You might even uncover a sense of peace and contentment that you've been searching for all along. And the best part? This journey never really ends. There's always more to explore, more to understand, more ways to grow. Ancient wisdom isn't a destination, it's a path that can enrich your entire life. In the sections that follow, we're going to dive deeper into specific aspects of this ancient wisdom. We'll look at practical ways you can apply these ideas in your daily life. From the power of breath to the art of letting go, we'll explore timeless teachings that can help you live a more balanced, peaceful, and fulfilling life. Remember, you don't have to accept everything you hear. The beauty of this wisdom is that it encourages questioning and personal experience. Try things out for yourself. See what works for you. Be open to new ideas, but always trust your own inner wisdom too. As we go on this journey together, keep an open mind and an open heart. You might be surprised at how relevant and powerful these ancient teachings can be in your modern life. Are you ready to unlock the hidden power of ancient wisdom? Let's begin. Let's talk about something you do all day, every day, without even thinking about it: breathing. It might seem simple, but your breath is actually a powerful tool for spiritual growth and inner peace. Ancient wisdom from all over the world recognizes the deep connection between our breath and our spiritual well-being. Think about it. Your breath is always with you. It's the one constant in your life from the moment you're born until the day you die. But most of the time, we don't pay any attention to it. Ancient spiritual teachings tell us that by becoming more aware of our breath, we can tap into a deep well of calm and clarity. In many languages, the words for breath and spirit are actually the same. In Sanskrit, it's prana. In Hebrew, it's ruach. In Greek, it's pneuma. This isn't a coincidence. Our ancestors understood that the breath is our direct connection to the life force that animates everything. So how can we use the breath as a spiritual tool? It's simpler than you might think. Here's a basic breathing exercise you can try right now. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, counting to 4. Hold that breath for a count of 4. Slowly exhale through your mouth, counting to 4. Repeat this cycle a few times. That's it. Even just a minute or two of this kind of mindful breathing can help you feel more centered and calm. It's like hitting a reset button for your mind and body. But the benefits of breathwork go beyond just helping you relax. Regular practice can lead to deeper spiritual insights. Many people report feeling more connected to themselves and the world around them. Some even describe experiences of profound peace or unity. In our daily lives, we can use this breath awareness to help us in all sorts of situations. Feeling stressed at work? Take a few deep breaths. Having an argument with someone? Pause and focus on your breath before responding. Can't sleep at night? Use your breath to calm your racing thoughts. The beauty of using your breath as a spiritual tool is that it's always available to you, no matter where you are or what's happening around you. It's a direct path to your inner self, a way to find stillness in the midst of chaos. Now let's step outside and talk about another crucial aspect of ancient wisdom, our connection with nature. In our modern world of concrete and screens, it's easy to forget that we're part of the natural world. But ancient teachings from cultures all over the globe emphasize the importance of maintaining this connection. Think about how you feel when you take a walk in the woods, or sit by the ocean, or watch a beautiful sunset. There's a sense of peace, of rightness, that comes over us when we spend time in nature. This isn't just a coincidence, it's a reminder of our true place in the world. Ancient wisdom teaches us that we're not separate from nature, we're part of it. Indigenous cultures around the world have long understood this. They see the earth not as a resource to be used, but as a living entity that we're in relationship with. This shift in perspective can have a profound impact on how we live our lives. Find a natural spot near you. It could be a park, a garden, or even a single tree on your street. Spend some time there regularly, even if it's just for a few minutes. While you're there, use all your senses. What can you see, hear, smell, feel? Try to quiet your thoughts and just be present with your surroundings. This kind of nature connection practice can help us feel more grounded and centered. It reminds us that we're part of something bigger than ourselves. In a world that often feels chaotic and overwhelming, this can be incredibly comforting. But the benefits go beyond just feeling good. When we reconnect with nature, we often find that our priorities shift. We may become more aware of the impact our actions have on the environment. We might find ourselves naturally drawn to a simpler, more sustainable way of living. In our daily lives, we can bring this nature connection in small ways. Maybe it's keeping a plant on your desk at work, or taking your lunch break outside instead of at your computer, or choosing to walk instead of drive when you can. These small acts can help us maintain that vital connection to the natural world. Remember, you don't need to live in the wilderness to benefit from this wisdom. Even in the heart of a big city, nature is all around us if we learn to look for it. The key is to cultivate an awareness of our place in the natural world and to approach that relationship with respect and gratitude. Now let's turn our attention inward and explore one of the most powerful tools in ancient spiritual wisdom, meditation. This practice has been used for thousands of years across many different cultures, and for good reason. It's a direct way to explore our inner world and find peace amidst the chaos of life. When most people think of meditation, they imagine someone sitting cross-legged, eyes closed, maybe chanting Om. And while that can be a form of meditation, it's not the whole story. At its core, meditation is simply the practice of training your mind to focus and redirect your thoughts. Ancient wisdom teaches us that our minds are like untamed horses, wild, unpredictable, always running here and there. Meditation is like learning to gentle those horses, to guide them where we want them to go instead of being dragged along for the ride. Find a comfortable seated position. You don't need to sit on the floor. A chair is fine. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to settle in. Choose something to focus on. This could be your breath, a word or phrase, or even a mental image. Whenever you notice your mind wandering, and it will, gently bring your attention back to your chosen focus. Start with just a few minutes and gradually increase the time as you get more comfortable. That's it. It's simple but not always easy. Our minds are used to constant activity, so sitting still and focusing can feel strange at first. But with practice, it gets easier. The benefits of regular meditation can be profound. Many people report feeling calmer and more centered in their daily lives. They find it easier to handle stress and difficult emotions. Some describe a growing sense of inner peace and clarity. But meditation isn't just about feeling good. Ancient wisdom tells us that through meditation, we can gain deep insights into the nature of our minds and the world around us. We might start to see patterns in our thoughts and behaviors that we never noticed before. We might discover parts of ourselves that we've been ignoring or suppressing. In our daily lives, we can use meditation to help us in all sorts of situations. Feeling overwhelmed at work? Take a few minutes to meditate and reset. Having trouble sleeping? A short meditation before bed can help calm your mind. Dealing with a difficult decision? Meditation can help you find clarity. The beauty of meditation is that it's always available to you. You don't need any special equipment or a particular place. You can meditate on the bus, in your office, or while waiting in line at the grocery store. It's a tool you can use anytime, anywhere to find a moment of peace and clarity. As you explore meditation, remember that it's a practice. Some days will feel easier than others, and that's okay. The goal isn't to stop your thoughts or achieve some perfect state of mind. It's simply to become more aware of your inner world and learn to navigate it with more skill and ease. Now that we've explored meditation, let's dive into a closely related concept: mindfulness. This is another powerful tool from ancient wisdom that's gaining a lot of attention in our modern world. But what exactly is mindfulness, and how can it help us in our daily lives? At its core, mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment. It's about paying attention to what's happening right now, both around us and within us, without getting caught up in judgments or worries about the past or future. Ancient wisdom teaches us that most of our suffering comes from living in our heads, rehashing the past or worrying about the future, rather than experiencing the present moment. Mindfulness is a way to break this cycle and fully engage with our lives as they're happening. So how do we practice mindfulness? Here's the good news. You can do it anytime, anywhere. Here are some simple ways to bring mindfulness into your everyday life. When you're eating, really focus on the taste, texture, and smell of your food. While walking, pay attention to the sensation of your feet touching the ground. During conversations, listen fully instead of thinking about what you'll say next. When you're feeling strong emotions, take a moment to notice how they feel in your body. The key is to keep bringing your attention back to the present moment, whatever you're doing. It's simple, but it takes practice. The benefits of living mindfully can be profound. Many people find that they're less stressed and anxious when they're not constantly caught up in thoughts about the past or future. They report feeling more connected to their lives and the people around them. Some even describe a greater sense of joy and appreciation for simple, everyday experiences. In our daily lives, mindfulness can help us in countless ways. It can improve our relationships by helping us really listen and be present with others. It can enhance our work by allowing us to focus more fully on tasks. It can even make mundane activities like washing dishes or waiting in line into opportunities for peace and presence. Remember, mindfulness isn't about achieving some perfect state of calm. It's about being aware of whatever is happening, pleasant or unpleasant, without getting caught up in it. It's a way of living more fully and authentically in each moment. As we continue our journey through ancient wisdom, we come to a teaching that can be both challenging and liberating: the practice of letting go. This concept appears in many spiritual traditions, from Buddhism's emphasis on non-attachment to the Taoist idea of wu-wei or non-doing. But what does it really mean to let go, and why is it so important? Ancient wisdom teaches us that much of our suffering comes from holding on too tightly to things, to people, to ideas about how life should be. When we learn to loosen our grip, we can find a surprising sense of peace and freedom. Letting go doesn't mean not caring or not trying. It's about releasing our attachment to specific outcomes. It's about accepting life as it is, rather than constantly fighting against reality. Think of something you're worried about or struggling with. Take a deep breath and imagine that worry as a physical object in your hands. As you exhale, imagine opening your hands and letting that object float away. Repeat this process, letting the worry become lighter each time. This might seem too simple to be effective, but give it a try. You might be surprised at how much lighter you feel. The benefits of learning to let go can be profound. Many people find that they experience less stress and anxiety when they're not trying to control everything. They report feeling more peaceful and content, even when things don't go as planned. Some even describe a sense of freedom and spaciousness in their lives. In our daily lives, we can practice letting go in many ways. Maybe it's not getting upset when traffic makes us late, or accepting a criticism without becoming defensive, or allowing a loved one to make their own choices, even if we disagree. Remember, letting go is a practice. It's not about never caring or never trying. It's about holding our desires and expectations lightly and being open to what life brings us. As we near the end of our exploration of ancient wisdom, we come to a teaching that ties everything together: the practice of compassion. This is a central theme in many spiritual traditions, from Buddhism's emphasis on loving kindness to the Christian command to love thy neighbor as thyself. But what exactly is compassion, and why is it so important? Compassion goes beyond just feeling sorry for someone. It's about truly understanding and sharing the feelings of another and being moved to help if we can. Ancient wisdom teaches us that cultivating compassion is not just good for others. It's essential for our own well-being and spiritual growth. Sit comfortably and take a few deep breaths. Think of someone you care about who's going through a hard time. Silently repeat phrases like, "May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free from suffering." Gradually extend this wish to others, acquaintances, strangers, even people you find difficult. This practice, sometimes called loving kindness meditation, can help us develop a more compassionate outlook towards ourselves and others. The benefits of cultivating compassion can be far-reaching. Many people find that they feel more connected and less isolated when they practice compassion regularly. They report improved relationships and a greater sense of purpose. Some even describe physical health benefits, as compassion can reduce stress and boost our immune systems. In our daily lives, we can practice compassion in many ways. It might be offering a kind word to someone who's having a bad day, or volunteering for a cause we care about, or simply trying to see things from another person's perspective before judging them. Remember, compassion isn't about being a doormat or always putting others first. It includes self-compassion, being kind and understanding towards ourselves, especially when we're struggling. As we come to the end of our journey through ancient spiritual wisdom, it's clear that these teachings are far from outdated. In fact, they may be more relevant now than ever before. In a world that often feels chaotic and disconnected, these ancient practices offer us a way to find peace, meaning, and connection. They remind us of truths we may have forgotten, that we're part of nature, not separate from it, that our breath can be a powerful tool for transformation, that being present in the moment can bring profound joy and peace. We've explored the power of the breath, the importance of connecting with nature, the transformative potential of meditation, the art of mindful living, the freedom that comes from letting go, and the heart-opening practice of compassion. Each of these teachings offers us a way to live more fully, more authentically, and more peacefully. But remember, this wisdom isn't meant to just be understood intellectually. It's meant to be lived, to be experienced. The real power of these teachings comes when we apply them in our daily lives. So I encourage you to take what resonates with you from this exploration and put it into practice. Start small. Maybe it's taking a few mindful breaths each day, or spending a few minutes in nature, or practicing compassion towards yourself and others. Over time, you may find that these small practices lead to big changes in how you experience life. And as you continue on your journey, remember that you're not alone. These teachings have been passed down through generations because they work. They've helped countless people find peace, meaning, and joy in their lives. Now it's your turn to discover what they can do for you. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the breath of the divine, the timeless wisdom that can help us navigate our modern lives with more grace, peace, and compassion. May you find these teachings as transformative and enriching as I have. Here's to your journey of discovery and growth.